need y'all to give me some energy, because y'all know I came in here last night on the late flight, so I need y'all to feed me right now as much as I'm going to feed you, okay? So energy. All right, the first thing I want you guys to do is I love call and response, right? So I want you guys to repeat after me. Say, I am worthy. I want to feel it in your soul, your solar plexus. Say, I am worthy. Oh, all right. I am royal. I don't know, it sounds like a little bit of a question. Are you royal or are you not? Now. All right, I accept wealth into my life. Oh, that part, I was like, we talking about money now. I can feel that one. I have a big business, not a small business. I have a big business. You got a what? They can't hear you in the back. You got a what? Yes! All right, y'all. So I am Queen Candace. I am the money management strategist and financial psychologist at the Queen Blueprint LLC, where I teach finances from the psychological perspective. Okay? And I was actually in about $50,000 worth of debt. I cleared it in 2.5. And then 6 months later, I purchased my first property at the age of 26. Yes. All right. And while I was going through that process, I realized that it was much more of a psychological, mental issue that I was going through than actually the financial, right? Because I had the money. I was swiping the card. Right? But what was affecting me the most was what I was enduring at home, the financial instability at home, the family trauma that I was experiencing, right? It had so much more to do with that than it had to do with me swiping my card all the time, right? The reason was everything around me was in chaos and I couldn't find balance, right? Now, I found that balance, yay, and then I got unaligned again in my business, right? So we're always taught you're supposed to invest in yourself, you're supposed to throw money at everything, right? And in your business, that's okay because you're investing, right? So in my personal business, in my personal finances, I was like, okay, that's not so bad. I know I can be restrictive, right? In my business, though, I started over leveraging, right? Because we get so caught up in, I want this newest and latest and greatest thing. Oh, this other entrepreneur said that they did this and this is what made them successful. So I'm going to hop on this bandwagon real quick and see if this works for me too, right? Without investigating what it would actually take for my business in particular to be successful, right? So what I'm going to talk to you guys about today is what being a CEO actually means, right? And how you can take that from being, a domestic United States business to being a global business and brand. So you being a CEO of a global empire is much more intricate than just being able to say, hey, I have another business in another country, right? I just got this cute little registration. That's great. It takes work. All right. And the work actually begins with strengthening your business and ties in the country you already operate in, right? Instead of jumping on whatever next fleeting thing is happening. I'm going to tell you about something really amazing that's happening in Kenya that may not be right for you at this moment, but when your business grows, it will. Right? And that's another thing when we come into entrepreneurship, we feel like we have to run into every single opportunity instead of taking the time to sit back and assessing, is this right for me? And is it right for me right now? Right? Is that something that I can build into my business as I grow? Okay, so today I want to illustrate for you what a CEO really means within the expansion of your business right now. And it will take 3 things: content, equity, and operations, which is something we always miss, right? So I hope you saw what I just did there, right? Content, equity, and operations. You are the CEO. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Right? So you will 1000% need to focus on your content marketing and media, which is what me and all the other speakers today are doing, right? This is what Luxottic is doing, right? Building out that presence, not just where you are in your home country, but coming out to a beautiful, amazing place like Egypt and saying this opportunity is for me, right? Whether I have to grow into it or not, I'm gonna come here and create that content. Right? So even as you are walking through this place, you need to be showing people that they want to see it, right? That's how you grow your audience and they connect with you. It's like, oh God, you're in Egypt? What you doing over there, sis? I want to do that too, right? You empower other people by showing them what you're going through throughout your life. It's not just about what I can give to them, what they can give to me too, right? Okay. So that's content. You'll need to build equity in your business. And this is something we really do not talk about, right? So I'm going to talk to you guys about that after I finish telling you about the other. And you absolutely must get your operations in order. This means automating, outsourcing, and building out your agency. Now that is what is going to allow you to duplicate yourself and actually build out that brand, right? Build out that business in another country because you're solid as a rock, or at least close enough to it in your domestic business. So, content plus equity times your operations equals your global empire, okay? I'm going to say it one more time for you. I love formulas because I am obsessed with finances and money, y'all, okay? That means that financial math be hitting. Okay? So content plus equity multiplied by or times your operations equals your global empire, all right? So my CEO formula to building a global empire. So let's take a deeper look at equity, which is the Beyoncé of this situation, right? That's the big thing. Look at that's the Beyoncé of this situation, and that's why it's in the middle, okay? So who here knows what the 3 profit centers are? It's okay if you don't, but if you want to take a stab at it, who knows what the 3 profit centers in each and every one of your businesses is? No? Y'all don't even want to take a crack at it? I know it's early. I know we hungry. All right. So the 3 profit centers are business to consumer, business to business, and the one that we think small businesses can't get in touch with, but we most certainly can, business to government, right? So those are your 3 profit centers. That is what you are going to build your domestic business on so that you have enough to stand on and expand into other countries, right? So business to consumer, the one we all know and love, right? That's the one we initially come into doing when we start a business. Business to business, which means creating those relationships and that revenue stream with other business owners, what Luxottic Retreats is doing right now, right? And then business to government, which is reaching all the way up into that resilient financial cloud and grabbing those Uncle Sam coins, okay? Yeah, yes, we want to take some of Uncle Sam's coins. He's been taking from us this whole time, right? So the beautiful thing here is that this formula you can duplicate into any type of business anywhere, right? And I'm going to give you guys some examples, okay? And then I'm going to ask one or two of you guys to give me your business, and I'm going to show you what your 3 profit centers could look like. All right? So, Queen Blueprint Companies. That's my overarching umbrella company, which will at some point become a business trust, right? It will hold all the other businesses inside of it. The business to consumer is my financial clinics, right? So I told you guys, I paid off the $50K, right? I purchased the home. Everyone is like in love with this story, right? Because they're like, hey, we're so proud of you. You did a great job, but can you help me out? Right? Can you get me out of my debt? Can you show me how to actually purchase this home? Because everyone's telling me it's this real easy process, and it's not. Okay, it's a little complicated for me. Show me how. Right? So in the financial clinics, that's what I do. I help my customers get out of debt and purchase their first home. On my actual flight in here, when I was in the airport, I got onto a Zoom call with two of my clients. They're married, super cute. I got on the Zoom call with them, and they were on the call with a lender. They felt very uncomfortable because they were like, I don't know what they're saying. Like, they're saying all this jargon, all this terminology. What does that mean, right? So you give that really great customer service in your business to consumer, right? You take that and you build it over into your business to business. So in Queen Blueprint Companies, I also have Unblock My Wallet CEO, right? So that's group coaching and outsourcing and networking with amazing, amazing entrepreneurs like yourself, right? And how, like I said, Luxottic Retreats is doing that right now. This is a business to business transaction, right? Because you're all business owners and they're a business owner. Now, the business to government is something a little bit more, you're going to have to think a little bit more out of the box to get into Uncle Sam's pockets, okay? So there, when you get to that point, it's more like, well, what do I like to do? What does my business do? And what does Uncle Sam want that I can provide? Other than, if you just want to do a butts and seats kind of thing and you just go in and you're like, hey, here's a body, okay? So for me, that would be internal controls and budget remediation, right? Because I want to be in finances. I also, in my corporate career, was a project manager, right? So you take those skills that you have in your 9-to-5, in your business, and you sell it to the government, okay? So now who here wants to give me their business, and I'll show you what your 3 profit centers are? Yes. Yes, you could. Yeah, right? Isn't she gorgeous? Isn't she gorgeous? All right, my lovely volunteer. And what is your name, lovely? Tell everybody.
Kezia Williams.
Yes, Kezia. Okay, and what is your business?
Black Upstart. So we teach Black entrepreneurs to start job creating businesses.
Ooh.
It's like CEO over here.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so what's your business to consumer? What do you give directly to the customers?
So 6-day boot camp experience where we teach business campus development, lean startup methodology, and then we also connect you with community development financial institutions.
Nice. Okay, and your business to businesses that you work directly with the businesses, right?
Well, B2B, we have CDFIs who pay for the entire boot camp, so it's totally free for Black entrepreneurs.
Oh, first of all, y'all need to hit up Kezia, because right? And then your business to government would be, what was that first thing you said? You said something about community, and then you said something about building out, what was that?
Which one? CDFI, getting funding?
Correct.
Okay.
Right? So you know that in each sector of the government, they have to get funding, right? They have to do budgets, they have to understand all those things. And if that's something that you can provide to the government, there's multiple agencies that will do that for you, will want you to do that for them.
Yeah.
Right? So is that not your multiple streams of revenue?
Oh, yes, it is. Okay, multiple streams.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And tell me what country would you want to take your business into?
That's a good one. Nigeria, Ghana, someplace where there's natural resources so we can kind of get that continent to continent flow going. Exports, imports.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was trying not to freak out about the bee, but okay, awesome. So I'm gonna put you on to another country that you may not have been considering, especially because you're talking about entrepreneurship and building businesses in Africa.
Yeah.
Kenya.
Awesome. Okay.
Why I say Kenya is because they have the strongest embassy presence there, but it's also very easy to stop Bumblebee. It's very easy to do business there. They have the port, they have trucks, a really big trucking industry and things like that. So they're really building up a lot of businesses in the area. So it may be easier for you to start there and then come over to the other countries where entrepreneurship is not as thriving as in Kenya.
All right.
Right?
Yes, thank you, Queen.
You are very, very welcome. Does anybody else want to come up? Key? You knew I was going to call on you. You knew it. I warned you. Exactly. So give it up for my beautiful roommates for this amazing opportunity here. What is your business, darling?
So I'm launching a skincare line for those with psoriasis, eczema, normal, oily, and dry skin.
Ooh, all right. So your business to consumer is that you sell those directly to, regular folks who don't actually have a business, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So now in a business to business situation, where do you see your business fitting in?
I guess what I could do is have many sample bottles of my products and then work with other businesses to package them together.
You could also create an influencer sponsorship type of situation where people like me who create that. What was that first one? What was the C? Content, right? Mm-hmm. So I have to build out my audience, right? But I also gotta get paid. So how you can do that is, and a lot of influencers do that. That's what they do on social media. That's how they pay for every amazing trip that they go on and everything like that. They come to you and they say, hey, you need a sponsor? You need a sponsorship type of situation? You want me to go market your products for you? Right? So we talked a little bit about your eczema cream, right? And I said, man, I got that problem. Yeah. Right? So me as a business owner, I can say, hey, do you want me to market your product for you to my audience? Right? In a very organic way. Because what you don't want is to seem very, very pushy and over aggressive in what you're doing. Right? But if it's something I'm already experiencing and I've already talked to my audience about, this is something you can seamlessly insert into your business as another revenue stream. Okay. Right? So you can create that partnership and then you can get organic marketing, which is much, much stronger than telling someone, hey, come buy my product. Okay. Right? All right. Now your business to government. I'm going to tell you, it's okay. So your business to government is that the government actually sources a lot of small businesses to especially creams and things of that nature because the soldiers need cream for their hands. Okay? So you could be that source for them and wholesale it to them. Right? And there was actually, I wish I could remember the brand of business for you guys, but there was one particular business I'm thinking of, and she was able to do that. So now what happens with this business to government situation is it is completely and totally a resilient stream of income. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. It is completely resilient because what happened during this pandemic is the government sources, right? They create their budgets way in advance. No matter what happens throughout the year, they have to pay out. So all of the businesses who had that business to government revenue stream did not suffer during the pandemic. They actually grew, right? And they were able to stabilize and maintain their businesses throughout. So that is something that you want to lean into for your domestic business and then take it into your international business. So for me, what I'm going to be doing is taking my financial clinic and I'm going to be taking it into Kenya, right? Helping them out with their money mindset and their finances as well. But then I'm going to connect with the government and say, hey, did you know that you could regulate financial therapy here? And it could really boom and be a great thing. Now I am an asset to them and I created a whole structure and income stream for them and me. Okay? So you also want to be an asset for those countries that you go into. All right, y'all. That is my time. And I am Queen Candace. I am the money management strategist and financial psychologist at the Queen Blueprint. You guys can get in contact with me by going to thequeenblueprint.com, and you can also follow me at the Queen Blueprint for my financial clinics. And for the CEO and personal brand, you guys can follow me at Queen Blueprint CEO. Thank you guys so much, and thank you to my lovely volunteers.